This is a summary of purchases that I have recently made for my office. I have purchased some books and I got the receipts for all those books. And this summary for all my purchases is actually created using Google's Antigravity AI tool. So if you have a lot of purchase receipts lying inside any of your folders, you may want to have an organized way of getting the summary of all those purchases that you have made and all the receipts that you have had in that folder, right? So that can be easily done using AI tools. So I'm going to show you how to use Google's anti-gravity to do exactly that. You have some purchase receipts and you want to make a summary out of all your purchases from those receipts, or you can extract any other data, like you can segregate your purchases based on what type of purchases that you have. So you can do some experimentation later on, but first of all I'll show you the basics of how to generate an Excel sheet or a Google Documents or a Word document of creating a summary from all your purchases using Google's anti-gravity. For that, let's jump into Google's anti-gravity. So if you have not started using Google's anti-gravity, I have a video of how to start with Google's anti-gravity. You can check that video in the description. I will put the link for that video in the description so you can check that out. But now let's go into Google's anti-gravity. The best part of Google's anti-gravity is that it can work on your local folder. So I'll go ahead. This is your anti-gravity, Google's anti-gravity. This is the Google's anti-gravity. So this is it. This is Google's anti-gravity. Here what you can do is you can work in a folder similar to what Claude can do in the Claude Cowork system. So I'll open a folder. Here I'll open a folder in my desktop where I have put some of my purchase receipts. I have recently purchased some books for my office and I have put all those receipts in this receipts folder. Those books were purchased from Amazon and there are subscriptions from some magazines and all. So these are the receipts that I had in this folder. So these are the purchase receipts from there. So I'll select this receipts folder, click on open, so that my AI tool, that anti-gravity, will work within that folder and it will work using the data within that folder only. So when you work in a folder, you have an agent. This is an AI agent. That means it is not simply a chatbot where you can do a regular chat. It can also take actions on your part. Agentic AI system. The cool feature, or you can say one of the coolest features of anti-gravity, is that it has multi-model support. Multi-model support. So here in this text box or prompt box, where you can choose how your model should work, there are two different ways. One is fast, one is planning. I will always suggest you to use the planning mode, because before taking any action, because it is an AI system, AI agentic system, before taking any action, it will plan the actions and it may ask you for your intervention in carrying out those actions. So it is better to have the planning mode on to get better response or better actions taken. Okay, I'll go ahead selecting the planning mode here, and then you can select various models. You can use anti-gravity for free if you have a Google account, because you need to log in using your Google credentials in anti-gravity. If you have Google AI Pro subscription, you get a bit of more uses, but even if you have a free account, you get a pretty decent users limit. The best part is that even in the free account of anti-gravity or Google, you get access to some premium AI models. Like, it gives you access to Claude's, you see here, Opus. Claude Opus is actually available to the Claude's Pro account only, Pro and Max account. That means the paid accounts only. It's not available for free in the Claude free account. But through anti-gravity, you get access to that model for free. So you can select Claude Opus. You can also select Claude Sonnet. You can have Gemini 3 Flash, you can have Gemini 3.1 Pro, and you can have Gemini 3.1 Pro High. For this kind of task, this is a very simple type of task. I will start with Gemini 3 Flash, because that way you have token, you can limit the uses of your token. Later on you can switch models. The one of the better option or better workflow in this is that you can switch models between your workflow. So I'll select Gemini 3 Flash for this now. Now what I'll do is I'll just dictate it. I'll use my dictation software to ask it to create a summary of my receipts. So I'll go ahead and dictate what I want to tell the AI system. In the receipts folder, you go through all my receipts and then create a summary of all my purchases in a tabular format, and also segregate the types of purchases. For example, in this receipts folder, I have purchased books and magazines. So you segregate the types of books and magazines and give me the total amount I have spent, and also provide me any more future subscription date. That means the subscription renewal dates in the table. So I have told the system, that means this is the prompt that I have given it, and I'll simply ask to go ahead to go to that to execute this prompt. So this is a simple prompt. I have not used any prompt engineering to what you call devise the prompt or optimize the prompt. I have simply used my natural way of speaking to create this prompt, and let's see how it works out. You see that what it is doing, it is going to do browser control. So it will use the browser to open each of the files, take snapshots, and then find out what it contains and extracts data from there. So it is doing its job, and you see what the AI agent is doing. It is doing in this way. This is the plan. Open the PDF file, extract the item purchased, extract the category, extract the amount, extract purchase date, identify renewal date, all those stuff that I have just dictated to the system. So it is doing it, and what it is doing is that it will go through all the 11 PDF files. I have 11 PDF files in total in this folder. So it is going through all of them one by one. This process is not that fast as you would expect, because it takes the file, open it in a browser, takes a snapshot, and extracts the data from there. So it takes a little bit of time, and then it does its job. So you see it is opening all those files and all. So it is doing its job using the browser control. And what is it? It is asking me implementation plan. You can find the implementation plan and all. So it is asking me this plan, whether you actually you are okay with the plan or not, because I told you that go with the planning mode, because it has implemented that plan, and it is now asking me whether I should go with the plan or not. Now it says you can review. I'll say it's okay, submit, and then when I say okay, it will go ahead executing the plan. So it will ask you to run or reject the plan. It will go ahead and do some Python script, run some Python script to extract data. So I'll go ahead and click on run. So it will extract data from the receipts and all those PDF files one by one and create the summary. So it may take some time depending on the number of files that you have, but it shows how powerful this system is. So it is going on with all those different files which are there in the receipts folder one by one, and it is writing a Python script, executing that script, extracting data, and finally it will create a final uh, summary. Sometimes it may take a longer time to complete its task. Sometimes it can do its task in very quick time. So you see it has opened those different types of files. It takes a little bit of time because it's a browser based system, and it does its job. And if you're impatient uh, in its work, what you can do, you can run this task and sit back, relax, and have a cup of coffee. So after some minutes, it has gone through all the receipts and it has created this summary report of all the purchases and books, how many books it has purchased, how many magazines it has purchased, and it has given me the grand total of these things. And also it has extracted the upcoming subscription renewal dates when I should go for a subscription renewal. All right, now if I go ahead and start typing okay, that this is all right, it will take it as my feedback that the summary is helpful, and it has given me the summary. Now if I want it as a Word file, I can ask it to create a Word docx of the summary. So I want it in a Word file, which will be summary, and save in the working folder. So I have typed out that create a Word file for this summary and save it in the working folder. So now it will just create a file from the summary that it has created. So it will take some time, some more moment to create the Word file. So it will now create a Word file. It will ask me to run those different Python scripts to create that that summary file. Now every time it asks you, you can give it a permission to run the different types of commands that it is asking you to allow. And once everything is done, it will create the file and it will be available in your working folder. Now you see that it has created one MD file, that is the markdown file, and now that markdown file has been converted into a docx file. So you can see here. Now I'll go back to the purchase folder, receipts folder, and you see this is the receipts folder here, that it has created this summary document file. It has created the summary document file. So it will, I'll just open up the summary document file to show you how it looks, how well it is formatted, so that you can create different types of reports, different types of summaries, you can even create PowerPoint presentations using this kind of agentic system. So this is you see, so this is the purchase summary report. It has created the purchase summary report. So all the books that I have purchased, and along with the amount or the price, has been tabulated in this table, and then last it has given me the summary of the spend, how much amount I have totally spent on these purchases, and then it is also given me the upcoming renewal dates. So this tool, Antigravity, can be easily used for monitoring or maintaining your purchase receipts. You can organize all those receipts and do a quick summary from your receipts without actually manually going into each of the receipts and taking data, putting into table. You don't have to do it anymore, and this agentic system can do it. So If you have not yet tried out this Google's Antigravity, it has got a lot more power than what I have shown. You can use in many of your workflow once you get the heck of how to use these things. The best part is that it gives you access to multi-model, like I have already told you in the beginning. So you can use any other model to see how better or worse your output is. You can see switching between different models to see whether uh, you are okay with the output, whether you like it or not. So you can switch between the different models and all. So thank you very much. So this is a video, not very short, not very long, but this is a video where I have shown you how to use this tool to summarize purchases from your receipts. Do stay tuned for more videos like this and hit the like button if you found any value in this video. Thank you very much. See you soon.